Claudio, welcome to Infra AI, our little crosstalk session.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Claudio is the head of AI?
Yeah, Chief AI Officer.
Chief AI Officer. Is this going to be a new title now?
I think it is.
I like it.
It's funny because when you merge the words, it becomes Kyle.
Oh yeah, that's perfect for you. Well, give me your perspective on where we are today between AI, agentic systems, and the security challenges you face.
Okay, that's a very good question. Last year was the year of large language models. This year, people are saying like it's the year of agentic AI, and we are moving very fast to build intelligent systems using agentic AI, because LLMs have some limitations, and those limitations can be lifted when you put systems around the LLMs.
Right.
However, there are a lot of security problems that comes with those agentic systems, and people are uncovering them and discovering them as we move along.
Give us an example of some of these security vulnerabilities.
One example is that I was talking to a company a few months ago, and the company enabled LLMs in the system. It was not even agentic AI, and I was basically asking this company, do you allow HR to use LLMs? And they said, yes, they're seeing an increase in productivity using like LLMs. Yeah. And then I said, do people put names of people who work in the company or addresses in the LLMs that they sent outside? They said, yes. I said, no, they should not do that. That's one example. That actually, Zscaler, we actually block that information because we have like a LLM basically type of firewall that blocks that information. But with agentic AI, things amplify.
Yes.
And the amplification comes from information can be correlated. Sometimes you may, for example, suppose that you have your salary and your salary is blocked from me to access it. But suppose that in an agentic system, I could ask the system, what is the percentage salary increase you had last year? And by how much your salary was increased last year? And the system basically answered those two questions to me. And by those two pieces of information, I can obtain your salary, even though I could not access your salary directly.
Yes. It occurs to me that the chief AI officer now needs to be spending more time with the chief security officer because they are not thinking about AI as that vulnerability condition.
AI is like a very old topic, but with agentic AI and large language model is something very new that people still don't understand the consequences.
Right.
A lot of people, they're starting to use large language models and agentic AI out of fear of being left behind, but not considering the full consequences of using that. And that's what I talk to companies and CEOs and board members to help them understand what they need to protect when they started to embrace this new technology.
And has this started to impact Zscaler and what it's developing and its product roadmap?
Yes.
And it's
yes.
So you've been working on this for years, of course, but where are the areas that you're concentrated on and solving?
So one of the examples that we had last year, we released the ZDX Copilot, which is like a assistant that helps people who has no experience in using our system. They could just using natural language to get information, and by using that, we could assist him or her to get answers more quickly. You have to understand that LLMs and agents, they changed the way UI was built. Before, people need to learn. How long did it take you to learn how to use Excel?
A day.
A day? No, for me,
doing things like tables. And,
yeah. It's like years and years of understanding where to click. And with agentic AI and those copilots, you can basically ask questions in minutes. The system basically detects what you intend to do with your question and start hooking up different parts of the system together to get you the answer you need.
Interesting. So Zscaler is now going to play a role in protecting companies. So when you talk to that CISO, and are you informing them of where their vulnerabilities are, or are they aware of that?
Actually, most of the people in terms of generative AI, they are basically trying to use them. And a lot of people and a lot of companies, they don't know what is the impact. Yeah. For example, when they connect a corporate database to an agentic system, they don't know what kind of vulnerabilities they have. Okay, and then we have to work with them to help secure the access, to help secure the data.
How should AI infra teams coordinate with the security teams?
I think that That's a very good question. I think this is something that is going on as people learn the new capabilities of agentic and AI systems. I'll give an example.
Yeah.
Last year, for example, people did not care about LLMs leaking out training data. Then there was a new paper that appeared that showed that if you train an LLM with your internal data, you may be able to extract information from your training data. Even if that data may be like confidential, you may be able to leak out that information. And then people start getting afraid of that. So as new papers and new techniques they come, people understand that certain things they were doing before they cannot do anymore.
Claudio, tell me about what's happening in Brazil, in Rio, with AI and security.
I think that a lot of people still believe that security is something that affects everyone globally, but sometimes people think that security affects only the US. For example, remember last year, the FBI uncovered some hidden bots installed in the US infrastructure. And people said, oh, this only happens in the US. But actually, when there was a power outage in Portugal and Spain, the first thing that people thought, I don't know if they have uncovered already, like what's the real reason, but they thought it could be like a cyber attack.
So what do you, I bring up your homeland just for fun, but at the same time, what are you recommending to all clients on a national, international level?
They have to start thinking about instead of responding to AI out of fear, they have to start thinking about AI on how they're going to respond as a strategic investment to companies. And they have to treat security of AI in the same level they treat about security of their own data, because AI exposes that data much more they exposed it before.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, thanks for sharing this wonderful story. Great presentation today. I encourage everybody to go hear your talk.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, good luck. I know Zscaler is in the middle of it and will help keep us all a little safer with our data.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you, Claudio.